Welcome back again. Well, like I said, offense. Offense is up. Now, let's look at what went wrong, what went right, and who's to blame for not scoring enough points. Well, we can start with Jimmy Garoppolo, who had a terrible night. He showed his true self, and we people don't say, well, he's been performing so top notch over the last few weeks. He's have all these stats and he's like top two, top three, or top one or whatever. Look at who we've been playing. Come on, give me a break. We've been playing second-hand fiddle teams, so don't give me that bullshit. Now I have said all along you can't sleep on Tennessee, but with this show that this offense, when we meet teams of a little bit better caliber, other than like Chicago and Detroit and Philadelphia and stuff like that, when we meet teams that has a pretty stout defense and can go up and score 20 plus points, we run into trouble on offense. It's when we can keep teams to like 3, 6, 10, 14 points. That's when we win games, and we barely win them. So the defense, the offense is not that great. Jimmy Garoppolo once again showed his true self. 2 interceptions, who led to points for Tennessee. We gave Tennessee 10 points in total due to interceptions. After interception number 1, the Tennessee Titans went on a run, and they on a set of plays, and they scored a field goal. On the second turnover and the second interception, it resulted in a touchdown shortly after. So, and there could have been more. There could have been more. The pass to Ayuk was way off. Ayuk was open. He was open. That would have been an easy pass. The pass to Juszczyk, he was wide open. Very poor throw from Jimmy Garoppolo. Way up, way high. And then there was a couple of others that was like, ooh, ooh. We were lucky we didn't lose this game 24-31 to 17. We were lucky we didn't do that. And then you might say, well, we could have scored 24 points because there was 2 missed opportunities. I don't see it as missed opportunities. I see it as blown opportunities. You blow it. You didn't miss it. You blow it. And there's a big difference in that. And it all comes down to how you play it. And it all comes down to one player. Garoppolo had time when he was aiming at Ayuk, and he had time when he tried to find Juszczyk. So it was just poor execution, poor throwing. But hey, that's normal for Jimmy Garoppolo. It's very normal, totally normal. But then again, do I blame Jimmy Garoppolo 100% alone for this? No, I don't, because Kyle Shanahan should know better. He should know better that in these type of situations, in these type of games, you don't tell Jimmy Garoppolo to go out and throw the ball. Even when we were leading 10-0 and 7-0, and even at 10-3 and 10-10, we could have run the clock down. We could have managed the game differently by utilizing our running game and probably done way better. But no, Kyle Shanahan wanted to go out there and throw the ball today. I haven't looked at the stat yet, but I think that we have more throws than runs, and I think that we tried more in the throwing game. And I'm baffled. I mean, I understand that if you're like down 14 points that you have to throw the ball to get back in the game. But when you're leading 10-0, or you're leading 10-3, or even at 10-10, and you go out and as a coach and you're play calling and you call plays where you want the quarterback to throw the ball 60, 70, 80% of the time, you have a quarterback that is prone to throw interceptions or incomplete passes, which will lead to 3 and out. That's a bad play call. That's a bad decision. as a head coach, and that makes you a bad head coach. And like I said before, Kyle Shanahan is not the guy for big moments. He fails under pressure. He fails when the moments get big. He fails when it's important, something important is on the line. He is a failure. He wins when things are easy, and when things are not optimal for the opponent, then he wins. But once he meets a tougher opponent who has their things in line, he fails. Kyle Shanahan is a failure. Easy as that. So who do I blame on the offense? Like, well, I mentioned earlier, I blame Jimmy Garoppolo. I blame Kyle Shanahan. I can't really blame anyone else, except for the ones who were making stupid. And once again, we had a few players who made stupid mistakes when it came to penalties and stuff like that. However, there was one penalty, a very crucial penalty that was given to the Tennessee on Trent Williams. That was not a penalty. So the referees there was a couple of times the referees was off. But that was on both sides of the ball. So the referees was not spot on in this game. And the Trent Williams penalty for neutral zone infraction or offside or jump or something like that. He didn't even flinch. He didn't even move. And the Tennessee players started to go like this, and the referees were persuaded by the Tennessee players to call it that way. But Trent Williams did not move. And I feel that was a crucial one. But you know what? Regardless, we on offense, we played bad today, and we played worse on defense. So this was a bad game all the way around. Now, some people probably try and blame this on short turnaround, short days. You know what? I don't buy that shit. I don't buy that. Well, yeah, you had to go on the road, and there was 3 days in between. Blah blah blah. I don't buy it. I don't buy that shit. As a professional athlete, you should know better. You should prepare for this. You have seen the schedule for months. You know it was coming up. You should have been prepared for this. So let's dig into the next video coming up soon.